So hello everyone, my name is Jeremy Larson. I am the Assistant Director and Pianist for the Aura Contemporary Ensemble at the University of Houston. And today it is my pleasure to be introducing Dr. Matthew McConnell, the composer of the Toccatina for toy piano, and you are based in Massachusetts. Um, so first of all, thank you so much for allowing us to include this work for our one-on-one video project that we're doing. I really enjoyed performing it. My first question for you was, kind of what is the background of this piece? Had you ever written for toy piano before? And what is the dedication about?
Okay, my path with the toy piano began years ago when I was a child studying piano, and I still have a toy piano that I had from when I was much, much younger. Um, and then that interest was rekindled when I was attending the New England Conservatory of Music in Boston for my master's degree. And pianist Keith Kirchhoff had asked me if I would be interested in writing a concerto for toy piano. And I said, yes, absolutely. And I remember when working on that it was a challenge to introduce the piano, the toy piano, in such a way that the audience, when first hearing it, would not laugh. So I came up with some of the darkest, serious, most introspective, saddest music possible, so that when the toy piano made an appearance, it's like a little glimmer of light, a little glimmer of hope. But then the rest of the concerto, it's a juxtaposition between the comic and the grotesque, and there are elements in there that are really, really funny. So that was in 2004. I didn't write any other toy piano pieces per se. Until a few years later. My colleague Rodney Lister was actually performing a series of works for toy piano, and he had asked various composers if they wanted to write something for this little concert. He entitled it Me and My Toy Piano. So that's when I wrote my 3 miniatures for toy piano, which I can't seem to find at the moment, but those are interesting little pieces. And then going forward a little bit later, Anna Danielewicz, another friend of mine, she performed my toy piano concerto in Switzerland. I started writing a little more toy piano music for her, for other performers. And then this piece came about just because I had wanted to write something that was a little bit different, a little bit out of my, how should I say, use of pitches and whatnot, my organizational structures. So it was a very fun piece right before my daughter was born. And so, of course, I was thinking a lot about the alarm clock and a lot about childlike whimsy and things of that nature. And because Rodney had done such a wonderful job performing my 3 miniatures back in, I believe that was 2007, I wanted to dedicate this to him. But to my knowledge, it has not been performed yet.
Oh, really? So is this the first performance of it?
So I believe this is the world premiere.
Oh, wow. I actually didn't know that. Well, that's very exciting. So is this your latest toy piano work?
The latest toy piano work was actually, I hope I have this correct, a trio for toy piano, viola, and cello.
Okay.
And that was written very shortly before, I think it was 2011, 2012, within that time frame, performed by musicians in Mobius in Boston. And I believe that after that, there was a second work, again, written for a friend of mine, the one who performed my toy piano concerto in Switzerland, but that never received a public performance. And that's a small little trio.
Okay. Do you have any other future projects, or do you plan on doing any more works for toy piano or?
If the interest is there, absolutely.
Well,
Absolutely.
definitely there. What about, I know you're also a performer as well, so how do you balance, composition and performance?
It's for me. It's very easy. I just have to make sure, at least for performance, I practice every day.
Right.
Uh,
Absolutely.
and so with composition, at times, just to keep myself sharp and on task, I write chorales after breakfast, or a few little lines of something just in a notebook, almost like the way people have a diary each day, and they sort of, at the end of the day, you know, reflect on what occurred, write down the things that were most meaningful to them, etc. Well, my little diary is a musical notebook, and I usually document these things around breakfast time and then late at night.
That's so cool. So basically, it's like a practice journal for a performer, but for composition instead.
Exactly. You have it. You have it.
That is really cool. Okay, well, I have one more question for you, and that is, what are you currently working on now, and kind of how's your life going now, and what are you doing?
Okay. I've been working on several projects. The one that is most interesting to me is a recording of canons composed by Boston composer Rudy Zeitz, and they are for the clavichord. And so I have been recording those and working with him. A few years ago, we put out a CD together of canons for harpsichord, contemporary canons for harpsichord, and then a few for clavichord. And now I'm recording his pieces for that uh, new album, which I'm very excited about. There's a lot of beautiful material there. So that's what I'm doing performance wise. During our pandemic, uh, what I normally would be doing, directing choirs, playing the organ, touring a bit, that has come to a big hiatus. Um, so uh, I have to be creative and find other avenues to perform and include choir members in just various virtual liturgical settings, which is difficult because half the time now I feel like I'm learning technology instead of actually practicing music,
Oh,
or dealing with the production elements of music rather than making it.
right.
So compositionally, I've been working a lot for the Lorenz Corporation, composing organ works, works for suitable for church services, for concerts, etc. And right now, I'm working on a very small organ and cello piece for my friend Tor Hansen, who is also in the choir of the church where I direct, and we hope to perform that sometime soon.
That is so cool. Well, thank you so much for being here today. It was a pleasure to speak with you and having you on here. And we hope you the best. And thank you very much.
Thank you. It's a pleasure meeting you.